Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we discuss what Seth Joyner had to say on the Jacob YouTube channel about being the Eagles DC, and then going as far as saying, I'll even be the Eagles linebacker coach.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got a bunch to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that bell so you know when we go live or drop videos. Shout out to the Jan app. We will be live on their app every Sunday at 7 p.m. The link is in the description, and the link will be pinned in the comment section at the top. All you got to do is click it and then put in the promo code right there, P5DY6KKO. Now listen, sometimes when you sign up with the link and you're all done filling it out, it doesn't have an option to put the promo code. If that happens, once you signed up and are a member of the Jan app, go back to that same link. After being a member, click it, and it's going to bring you to where you have to put the promo code in. Once you do that, you're all set. Type in the search bar, Philly Mike, Eagles call-in show, and it will pop up. Again, we're going to have call-ins and people just typing in the chat. It's like YouTube, but we're bringing it over to the Jan app because they have more functions for having multiple people on, having like a barbershop talk. We got already over 45, 50 people, I think, who signed up. Shout out to y'all. It's free, it's easy, it don't cost a thing, and I can't wait to hear from y'all. So definitely sign up. If the promo code is not available, just go out, click the link again while being signed up, and you'll be good. Let's get into it. So, Jacob's Sports YouTube channel has Dan Cilio interviewing Seth Joyner, and he was first asked by Dan Cilio, would you be the Eagles DC? And Seth pretty much said in a heartbeat, I will be the DC. And here's my take on that. I believe Seth Joyner knows football. I believe he knows how to get players to play hard, tough, all that stuff. Now, in today's world, if he's just like bang, bang, boom, boom with them, they might be a little bit crybaby-ish. But he explains, I know how to play team game. I know how to cater to what people need to hear at times. He will be tough, but in the right ways. However, no matter how much you know, never being in the spot to call plays defensively, that's big. So somebody who's never done it, I would need them to get their feet wet. And that's why when he said this, I started to get on board. If the circumstances are right and Philadelphia is the only team that I might do this for, if the circumstances are right, I'll come in and be the linebacker coach. We also need a new linebacker coach. Nick Rallis is now in Arizona with Jonathan Gannon. Nick Rallis is one of the youngest linebacker coaches in the game, and now the youngest defensive coordinator in the game. But he was a positional coach for 2 years, got his feet wet before now he's a DC. And Gannon's probably going to call plays because, sometimes offensive head coaches call plays, defensive head coaches call plays on the opposite side of the ball. So Nick Rallis is going to have some time to learn. I'm not saying Seth Joyner can't do it, but we are still in a position to go right back to the Super Bowl. A lot of people try to say we're not, but I believe we are. That being said, a guy who's never called plays at the high school position, the college position, or the NFL position, I think is too dangerous to throw in. But if you're telling me he's going to be the linebacker coach, teaching technique, teaching scheme, teaching how to do this, how to do that, pursuit, vision, all that stuff, sign me up. Sign me up. I would love for him to get in the building as the Eagles linebacker coach and give him a little bit of extra title in a sense where whoever the DC is, they have to collaborate, right? Make it a collaboration The DC calls plays, but he gets some influence by a guy like Seth Joyner, who's also trying to change this linebacking room, who might be different from 2022 to 2023. Kaiser White and TJ Edwards are free agents. Only one of them are coming back if one comes back. Seth Joyner is a guy I would love to mold into Kobe Dean, 1000%. So again, I'm not saying Seth Joyner couldn't be the DC, and I'm not saying he wouldn't be a good one, but there's no resume there. He was a great player, a great leader on the field at that position. But calling plays, when to cover three, when to cover two, when to play man, when to blitz, when to do this. Not saying Jonathan Gannon was great, but there were times where Jonathan Gannon was good. But I'm never going to prefer a passive defense over an aggressive defense. But if you're just aggressive with no scheme, I don't know. And if you can't just go back and get the Buddy Ryan playbook, which he talked about, and implement it in 2023, it's a passing league. The rules are different. A lot of things change. Again, I wouldn't want to have him as a DC for this upcoming year with so much stuff riding on it. The ability to possibly get back, which a lot of teams don't do, but we are set up in my eyes to still do it because the offense is the offense. The defense, you got to get a couple key guys back, which I think you can. And there's different ways to go. There's different ways to go. We'll talk about that again, but Seth Joyner as a linebacker coach to me makes a lot of sense. I think he'll have an impact in that locker room. I think he'll have an impact on whatever DC we get, whether it's a veteran guy, whether it's a Jim Leonard, a Vance Joseph. They will come in having respect for a guy like Seth Joyner and what he's done, right? Jim Leonard, 10-year safety career. Seth Joyner, 13-year linebacking career. Seth Joyner was more impactful while being a player, but at least Jim Leonard got experience calling plays in at least the collegiate level. So that's my take on it. It's nothing against Seth Joyner, but I think anybody just jumping into being a head coach is blasphemy. I didn't like when they did it with Jeff Saturday and the Colts. It was ridiculous. I think you got to come in here and be somewhat of a coordinator first. And the Eagles are set up to, do some things next year. And I'm not trying to just risk that on just Seth Joyner being a DC. I know a lot of people like him for DC. And I don't discredit what he knows and how he would call it, but it's still different. And I think you got to have somebody there who's done it before, calling plays. He executed the play that was called at the linebacker position. He knows what play you should do after the point, but to call plays in the game is still different. And so I would love Seth Joyner as a linebacker coach. And again, he never came on here saying, I want to be the DC. Dan Sileo asked him, and when asked, he said in a heartbeat. But I think as he was hearing what was all being said and blah, 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 he knows coming from not coaching to the DC is like not normal. So that's why I think he was thinking for Philadelphia only, because he said he has passion for the game, because he said he could be an impact in that linebacker room, and he wants to teach. I think that would be a perfect transition for Seth Joyner to join the Eagles, for our linebackers to get some great knowledge, and the Eagles to grow this defense into what we need it to be while paying Jalen Hurts, while fixing this, that, and the third, while signing CJ Gardner-Johnson. Get it done. Seth Joyner, be the new Eagles linebacker coach. Philly Mike approves. I just can't go as far as the DC this upcoming year. Can't do it. If you believe he could just come in and call plays off the grip good, let me know in the comment section. Let me know why you would let him do that. And again, I'm not saying he couldn't, but at least a college coach has resume of calling plays, this, that, and the third. That's where I got to say, I don't know if I would do that in the upcoming year that we have to really go right back to where we left off. It's a rebuilding team. It's different. We're not. Again, Jim Leonard, does he get it done in the NFL? I don't know. But at least I know what he knows, and he calls plays before. So that's my thing. Let me know in the comment section if you think you don't agree with me. And again, that's what I love about this. Sometimes we got to agree to disagree. Sometimes you point out something that I didn't see, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Kudos to you, because I'm just a guy talking on the mic, and that's why it's important for you guys to either go in the description or go to the pinned comment, click the link because the barbershop conversation, when it's 7 of us around the screen talking Sunday night, is going to be epic. If there's multiple people want to talk, we'll rotate people out. The fun thing is we all have different opinions, but we all have the ultimate goal. Again, if you click the link, you fill everything out, name, email, blah, 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 and this promo code doesn't pop up. If it doesn't pop up in an area to put the promo code, then just finish filling it out, get out the app, go right back to the link that on YouTube, however you see the link. Click the link again while being already signed in, and it will take you to the promo code. Jan is still new. It's up and coming. It's going to be some big things. They're only going to get better. We grown with them at the right time. So that's the king. Sometimes it doesn't ask for the promo code, but then they won't know that Philly Mike brought you there. They'll just think that you came there on your own. That doesn't help Philly Mike. So if you do sign up and it takes you to the main screen, just go back out, go to the YouTube video, click the link again, and it will take you to the promo code. And then search Philly Mike in the search bar, follow the page. We'll be live 7 o'clock, and I'd like to hear all your opinions on this. But YouTube gang, drop the muscle emoji in the chat. Let me know your take. Do you want him as DC? Tell me why. Do you want him as linebacker coach like Philly Mike? Tell me why. And if you don't want him as a DC or a linebacker coach, tell me why you think he shouldn't be involved in the Eagles defense at all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate all y'all. We all don't like Dan Cilio, though. We like Seth. We don't like Dan. Shout out to y'all. Dana, Peter Riley, and Anthony. You were the first 3 that either messaged me, tagged me, or commented on my YouTube video that Seth Joyner was talking about being a DC and or the linebacker coach. Shout out to all y'all. Follow your boy on Twitter. It's where we talk Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. We out.